to this videos? If we make 5,000 likes to this video, we will upload more patriotic news. Thank you. George W. Bush breaks silence with amazing confession about President Trump. Ever since Donald Trump became President of the United States, he faced a lot of challenges. Although his administration is one of the best administrations that America ever had, the liberals are using every opportunity to attack them. The liberals are spreading lies about Trump and his administration. This is sad because many American people believe in those lies. Also, the mainstream media is not really helping because they also attack the president and report fake stories about him. It's not easy being attacked every day by the liberals, however, Trump manages to do that. As World Politicus reports, the people do trust Trump and ignore the media's lies. But according to them, the latest person who came out talking about this successful administration is George Bush. Although Bush stayed out of the public eye since he left the office, he decided to talk with Matt Lauer of NBC about President Trump, and he wasn't afraid to share his opinion. Although he's been silent for a long period, he broke the silence and stood behind Trump's back for the first time. World Politicus quotes him, "When I was president, you, the major networks, mattered a lot more, because there were, like, 3 of you. And now there are all kinds of information being bombarded out. People can say things anonymously, and it is just a different world." Bush is not a fan of how the media treats Trump. "We also do not like how the media doesn't show any respect to our president. However, no matter what happens in the future, the president will, however, Trump will continue to make our country a better place for everyone. He has proved that by his achievements since he took the office. It doesn't matter if you hate him or love him, he's one of the best leaders that our country ever had." Leno risked his entire career by defending President Trump. The feud between the liberals and President Donald Trump is still ongoing. The liberals are constantly trying to take away his presidency. Not only they have been attacking him, but his family as well. However, comedian Leno is tired of their behavior, so he decided to stand up and defend Trump. He risked his career and said something that could be a lesson for the liberals. We the Proud Patriots reports, Leno says that the Trump bashing should be brought to an end. He said that if he was still a late-night host, liberals won't have that many opportunities to mock the president. In a recent interview, Leno said that if he were still a late-night host, there would be less Trump bashing. "I enjoy bringing people together. If mocking the president is a constant thing on a nightly basis, eventually you're all doing the same joke," Leno said. The liberals have crossed the line many times and Leno has had it enough. It appears that comedians love to make jokes about the president and some of them aren't even funny. However, most of the comedians only want to gain more popularity. No other president was treated like Trump is now. We know that politicians are comedians' favorite topic, but things have gotten out of control now. We the Proud Patriots reports, President Donald Trump is doing everything he can to save this country, and help people who live in it. He made some great campaign promises, and we can see him working on it. Unfortunately, liberals will never approve his plans. President Trump is the best president America has ever seen. Trump has managed to recover from every attack. It would be the best if these anti-Trump attacks stop, so the president can focus on his job and make our country a better place to live. He and his family deserve our support and respect. Barack Obama humiliated in front of the world as Jeff Foxworthy calls him out. Internet goes crazy. Stand-up comedian Jeff Foxworthy is a true patriot who is tired of how liberals are trying to destroy America. Former President Barack Obama changed America into a society where people don't work hard nor they want to. As a result, Foxworthy wrote his opinion on Facebook about the former president and the condition that our country is in. If you can get arrested for hunting or fishing without a license, but not for entering and remaining in the country illegally, you might live in a nation that was founded by geniuses but is run by idiots. If you have to get your parents' permission to go on a field trip or to take an aspirin in school, but not to get an abortion, You might live in a nation that was founded by geniuses but is run by idiots. If you must show your identification to board an airplane, cash a check, buy liquor, or check out a library book and rent a video, but not to vote for who runs the government, you might live in a nation that was founded by geniuses but is run by idiots. If the government wants to prevent stable, law-abiding citizens from owning gun magazines that hold more than 10 rounds, but gives 20 F-16 fighter jets to the crazy new leaders in Egypt, you might live in a nation that was founded by geniuses but is run by idiots. If, in the nation's largest city, you can buy 2 16-ounce sodas, but not one 24-ounce soda, because 24 ounces of a sugary drink might make you fat, you might live in a nation that was founded by geniuses but is run by idiots. If an 80-year-old woman who is confined to a wheelchair or a 3-year-old girl can be strip searched by the TSA at the airport, but a woman in a burqa or a hijab is only subject to having her neck and head searched, you might live in a nation that was founded by geniuses but is run by idiots. If your government believes that the best way to eradicate trillions of dollars of debt is to spend trillions more, you might live in a nation that was founded by geniuses but is run by idiots. Although these comments will make you laugh, it is sad that America has fallen this far. Our country was founded by geniuses but run by idiots. However, our country got a new real leader who will make America great again. Busted Tucker Carlson exposes huge fraud in secret Obama program. At this point, we can all say that nothing positive happened during the Obama administration. Obama together with his administration ruled for 8 years and basically left this country in ruins. All that thanks to the massive frauds and corruptions. Even after leaving, Obama did nothing but living and enjoying his life at the cost of U.S. taxpayers. Recently Tucker Carlson, from Fox News revealed another fraud that comes straight from the previous administration, and this time it is proved how Obama has actually been spending much of the hard-earned taxpayer dollars, reports Cons Nation. Tucker's words were, "Investigators say that getting bogus applications approved is ludicrously easy, and as many as 36% of all beneficiaries from the program should have been rejected." He basically explained what happened in one program the Obama administration initiated. Basically, they were doing only something that they pleased and were unwilling to solve their own issues. The original program started way back in 1985 in order to aid the destitute families to be able to buy a family phone. If I remember quite right, it was called Lifeline. Obama used this program and made things worse. He took advantage of the program and enabled multiple phones for free. In the end, this costs the U.S. taxpayers millions in fraudulent charges. Before leaving office, the previous president extended the program once again to cover broadband internet service. Now, taxpayers are forced to give phones, phone service, and internet service to low-income Americans. Also, it is revealed now by the jail that nearly 2/3 of all Obama phone recipients received their free government-issued phone service by falsifying their applications. This is something that we all expected. We should expect more cases like this one from the former administration in charge because after all, they were only good in doing frauds and corruptions. Cops boycott popular national restaurant chain over treatment, will you support them? The NYPD is sick of the horrible treatment its police officers are getting from damn near everyone these days and is finally hitting back. After some scandalous behavior by hugely popular national chain Dunkin' Donuts employees where they have been refusing to serve police officers in the liberal enclave of New York City, the police are mounting a full-on boycott. Advertisement. According to the New York Post, a sergeant was spotted Sunday walking into the 73rd Precinct station house with trays full of what was definitely not Dunkin' Donuts coffee. No D&D in the 7-3, he said. Police union chiefs have called for a boycott of the national chain and the movement has gained steam throughout the department and now is fully on. Hilariously, when asked for directions to a Dunkin' Donuts, a cop patrolling Union Square tourist area said, "I'm not allowed to do that. Look, our cops have the toughest of jobs and while they signed up for it we need to give them the respect they deserve." We can never go back to Mayberry, but we damn sure don't want chaos on the streets like Chicago, where the cops can't do their jobs for fear of a liberal onslaught. And thankfully Trump has made moves to rectify the situation. President Donald Trump just signed 2 bills to finally erase the years of neglect Obama had for law enforcement officers, vowing to get behind cops 100%. We are here today to reaffirm our unbreakable support for the American heroes who keep our streets, our homes, and our citizens safe, and they've been doing an amazing job under very adverse conditions, Trump said as he signed the bills at the White House. According to Breitbart, the Public Safety Officers Benefits Improvement Act will streamline and improve benefits for disabled officers and for the families of fallen officers. It's about time. These brave men and women put their lives on the line every day to keep us safe. Every single day they must mentally prepare for whatever deadly situation may come their way. For too long, injured officers have suffered, and the children of fallen officers have put their dreams of college on hold while bureaucracy delayed crucial benefits, made it impossible for their families, Trump said. No longer. It's unacceptable, and it's going to end today. Trump then took out another bill and signed it into law. This one is just a smart move, and frankly, it is amazing we have never done this before. Also signed the American Law Enforcement Heroes Act, a bill allowing federal grants to help military veterans transition to careers in law enforcement. This one is just a smart move, and frankly, it is amazing we have never done this before. In fact, Obama is probably smacking himself in the forehead right now saying, "I wish I thought of that." Trump took out his pen and signed the American Law Enforcement Heroes Act into law, which will approve federal grants to help military veterans transition over to law enforcement. Advertisement: America is proud of our veterans, and I think I can say a double proud or a triple proud, Trump said, and everyone burst into applause, finally and officially giving these men and women their due. Ben Carson discovered who is responsible for $500 billion in government waste. Obama and his administration are responsible for this country's current condition. President Trump is doing anything possible to get everything in order once again, and so far he is hiring the right people to help him. For example, he assigned Dr. Ben Carson as Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, and considering the mess that Obama's administration did, this is not an easy job at all. Democrats in the past spent money on things that the American people didn't need. Actually, they spent so much that the people do not even know about. They worked against the American people for so long, and this is why now, the American people choose a person who is qualified as an amazing leader. Someone who cares about them and works for them. At this point, Ben proved to all the haters that he is much more than a surgeon, and his work is starting to show in a big way, reports World Politicus. He in fact discovered something, a bookkeeping error to be precise, that everyone else in the Obama administration missed. This man discovered $520 billion worth of bookkeeping errors. If this would have been found sooner, we would have saved billions. Another proof of how the Obama administration worked against our citizens. Billions upon billions. If this would have been found sooner, we would have saved billions. Another proof of how the Obama administration worked against our citizens. Billions upon billions of taxpayer-funded dollars gone to waste year after year. All this is lost thanks to the Obama administration. This is major liberal fraud discovered by the same man that liberals hate on and tell how he is not qualified for it. Trump's policies are carried out in the most proper way. The Obama administration did not care about this issue because they thought they will still be in charge and will continue to put our country in even more debts. That is why they are now in big trouble. Thank God they are out of the White House.